The tragedy of losing a parent or guardian is something no child or young person should ever have to endure. And when those children come into our city's foster care system, we should do everything we can to ensure that they get what is entitled to them and stop at nothing less than what they deserve. Today, the City Council Committee on Children and Youth introduces the Stronger Futures for Foster Youth Act, comprehensive legislation that rights a wrong for foster youth who are entitled to survivors and disability benefits, and will set up individual savings accounts for these youth to ensure that they receive and can save the benefits that are rightly owed to them. Like many of my colleagues, I was deeply upset when reporting by Steve Volk and Resolve Philly revealed that nearly $5 million in federal benefits that are specifically designated to foster youth who are entitled to survivor or disability benefits had been collected and put towards the city's general fund between 2016 and 2020. This was done without notice to the youth or their foster families, and it was poorly accounted for, which meant that the city continued, in some cases, to collect individual benefits even after youth left the foster care system. I want to emphasize, though, that as upsetting as this practice may be, it is permitted. In fact, it's not only permitted, it's actually baked into regulations at the state level and is widespread all across the country. But today, Philadelphia takes up the mantle to right this wrong and to join cities like Los Angeles and New York City, which are now taking steps to prohibit this practice. It is our hope that this municipal action will enact change across the state of Pennsylvania and all around the nation. The Stronger Futures for Foster Youth Act enacts the clearest and strongest legislative protections in the country to ensure and conserve federal benefits actually go to the foster youth they are designated for. The legislation expressly prohibits these funds from being used to cover the routine costs of care because, in fact, we do not require other foster youth to cover the costs of their own care. And under this bill, the city would be required to screen youth for whether they're eligible for these benefits and assist them in applying for potential benefits. If no legal guardian can be designated, the city will step in as a legal guardian and will establish individual accounts to hold the funds. Now, to be clear, this money is actually significant. The city collects almost $1 million every single year for several hundred youth. This money can be life-changing, as Marcus Jarvis, who spent years in Philadelphia's foster care system and who now works for the Juvenile Law Center as a tremendous advocate, said. Marcus said, "I could have used that money just to get some stability, to get some kind of college degree. That would have changed everything for me." We know that youth transitioning out of foster care face tremendous challenges, including homelessness, high school and college dropout struggles, mental health issues. An estimated 10 to 20% of these foster children, however, were entitled and eligible for federal benefits, and ensuring that they receive them is essential for their long-term well-being. Ensuring these benefits are preserved for these young people transitioning out of foster care could make a transformative difference in their lives. This is money that can help pay for textbooks at college, for a down payment for a lease, for disability aids that are not covered by insurance. It's crucial to help set up a young person on a trajectory for success. And so I want to thank the many legal experts and youth advocates who helped ensure that this legislation is as comprehensive as possible, and specifically just tremendous thanks to Daniel Hatcher, Amy Harfeld, and Sue Mangold. I'm extremely grateful to be introducing this in collaboration with the city's Office of Children and Families, who have been committed partners to working with us and our state to take all the steps needed to end this practice and to put us on a new path. And of course, I want to thank my tremendous co-sponsors on this legislation, the Committee on Children and Youth, council members, Brooks, Gautier, Thomas, Johnson, as well as council members Bass and Green. Thank you all so much. I look forward to the process that will lead us and show that Philadelphia can truly be a model. And most of all, I want the families who shared their stories, especially Vaughn Jackson and his now adopted children, Saviante and Xavier Wynn, to know that this is in their name. We honor you. We thank you for speaking up so courageously. And we are here to fix what should have been fixed a long time ago. Thank you very much, Council President.